So with just 2 weeks to go until the first international break of the season, who's going to be in Algeria's squad? Some big decisions to make. This is now crucial. This has got to be looking at players you want to take to the Africa Cup of Nations. 26, 28 man squads now? Of course, it was 23 for years. Then COVID happened. So I think 26 to 28 names can be taken to the tournament. Let's see what Belmadi decides to do. He's got to start thinking about shaping his squad. Yes, there are some players you want to test, but really, if you're going to use them now, and you know you're not going to use them at the AFCON, then don't bloody call them up. It's like being married and knowing you're going to get divorced, but then buying your wife a new sofa. Well, there's no point because do you know what I mean? So we need to start thinking about who's actually going to be going to the bloody AFCON. So let's start on top of the goalkeepers. For years I've said on here, this is the easiest thing. It used to be Raissa Mouli, Alexander Akija and Azzedine Douha. It's not the case anymore. I mean, Douha's still playing. He played at that little Arab Champions Cup, the one that Ronaldo won. He was actually playing it in goal. Funny enough, CRB used 3 different keepers in 3 different group games. One of them I got here in Alexis Gendouzi. I don't know about that third keeper spot. I think that's a bit of a up for grabs. I think we can assume that Mandrea and Zugba are going to be number 1 and number 2. I don't know which way around. They're both fit and playing for their clubs at the moment. We're going to have to work out who the number 1's going to be. But certainly it looks like Mandrea and Zugba will be number 1 and number 2. And then the third keeper, possibly a local keeper, we'll have to wait and see. Defenders, I think Youssef Altan played 90 minutes recently against Lyon. It's quite a modern miracle that he played 90 minutes, to be honest. I think there's more chance of just miracles than Altan playing a full game. Anyway, he's obviously a right-back option. I think because of the uncertainty with his injury situation, that Belmadi will take 3 players that can play right-back to the tournament. So I wouldn't be surprised if he called up Altan, Van den Kerkhoff and Mehdi Larouci, who's now at Stoke in the Championship. I wouldn't be surprised if he called up 3 right-backs. And Larouci, of course, can play on the wing if need be as well. In terms of the centre-halves, Mandy has started the season on the bench for Villarreal. Tuba's moved to Lecce in Serie A, which is a really good move for him if he plays. Obviously, you got Tugay and Belaid. The Algerian, obviously, domestic season currently paused. I think maybe both of them could get picked. Ben Lamry's gone to the Mouladia. Is he a wild card? I don't know. The thing is, I still expect Rami Ben Sebaini to be a centre-half. So I've got him here as a centre-half. And then Ait-Nouri is playing again for Wolves. He should be back in the squad. And also Larouci and Hadjem. I'd love to see Larouci. I don't know if the paperwork's done in time. I don't think he'll play for the French again. Problem is, Thierry Henry is now in that post. Does he like what he sees for Larouci? Defensively, there were question marks about Larouci against Man City in the recent league game. He was one of the reasons why they conceded one of the goals, but going forward he looked good. That's not a surprise. He's a left wing back. He used to play as a left winger when he first joined Liverpool. So that's how the defence I expect to look. A few players not had that much game time. Hadjem barely had any game time. So let's see. In the midfield, Zarouki started the first game for Feyenoord and then got hauled after about 25 minutes because the player got sent off. Since then, he's been on the bench. This is a bit of a concern right now, this central midfield area. Players are either injured or not playing. Even Zarouki's being benched at Feyenoord. Aouar, thank goodness we've got him. He scored already for Roma, also off the bench, funnily enough. If we didn't have him, the midfield area would be very weak right now. Badawi, also been on the bench in recent weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if Zorgan was there. You've got players like Cheetah, but the Algerian league is not really active at the moment. Kadri, I think, really deserves to be in this squad. Abdelli scored a winner recently for Angers, but of course that is now in Ligue 2. Ben Taleb is going to move to Lille, but just not played any football this season. I don't know if he's trained separately. If he has, then fair play. I've not got him here because he's literally not kicked a ball. Victor Lacau playing in Qatar. Will he be hauled back? I think he's in the big preliminary squad, the big sort of 40-50 names. Whether or not he'll be whittled down, I'm not sure. Yassine Adli, not kicked a ball for AC Milan. Expect him to potentially leave the club on loan, maybe to another club in Italy. And Sofiane Feghouli could make his way back as well into the squad. He's actually a player that we actually have starting week in, week out in the Turkish Super League and bags of experience. Faraz Shaibi I have here as a mid, but even he is not starting games. This is the thing. These bloody mugs in the midfield are starting games. Shaibi is very good, so you expect him to be here. regardless of not starting. But he's in a midfield position as a number 8. On the wing, Adil Nurse had started the season really brightly, got his first goal. But of course, he's now injured. Whether or not he'll make it back in time, we shall see. Boatnani, I think, will be in the squad. Mahrez, of course, despite going to Saudi, he'll be in the squad. On the left, Ben Rahma and Amora, I think, will be there. Amora, I still think he's a left winger in Jamal's eyes. And then one of the Brahimis, I think, might find their way in, either Bilal Brahimi or Yassin Brahimi. Obviously, Bilal Brahimi is a player I think we need going forward in the future. Yassin Brahimi started it very, very well in the Qatari League for Al Gharafa, so I wouldn't be surprised if Yassin came back. Again, up front, we all want to see Gouiri. I don't think we're going to see him because of paperwork and admin, not because he's not going to come. If he's not here, I hope he is, inshallah, but I think he'll be there in October. A pleasant surprise if he is. Delors will probably come in. Of course, he has now scored his first goal in Qatar for Salah, so expect Delors to be here because there's really limited striking options. You've got Baghdad Bounedjah, who is injured, I think, might be fit in time for the squad, but he's not played the last couple of games at Al Sadd, not even been on the bench. Mahious scored a few goals for his new team after moving to Switzerland, to Yverdon. So Mahious will probably be in the squad. I'd be surprised if he's not. Slimani's gone to Brazil to try and relive the sentiment of Curitiba and Porto Alegre in that 2014 World Cup in Brazil. But again, not played any football for 4 months. Will he be here at nearly 35 years of age? You've got Bakra playing in the MLS, who started okay for New York City, but considering the forward options, wouldn't be surprised if he found his way. And of course, you've got Amora, who can play up front if need be, and you've got Mohamed Benyatou in the Qatari League for Al Rakra, who scored a couple of goals already this season. So the squad will be a shape like this. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, there's always one name left field. There's always a shock that we love, that we don't expect. Who could it be here? Is anyone here you expect? It's not going to be Ryan Shirky, but with respect. Maybe Zadedka will come back. I don't know. I just feel there'll be one name that we're not talking about that may be a pleasant surprise. We'll see what happens in the future. You never know. But maybe it'll just be like this, and this is against Tanzania and Senegal. So let's see what squad Belmadi comes up with. Of course, we expect it to be announced 5 minutes before kickoff. And yeah, let me know if there's anyone here you think really should be deserved to be in. The central midfield is a real problem. The striker situation with Bounedjah being injured, Slimani not playing, it's a difficult one. Defensively, we're fairly strong at the moment, and on the wing we're okay, I think, despite the injury to Adam Nurse. Of course, Rashid Gazelle, our player, injured. So anyway, let's see. And of course, Ismail Benassa would certainly be here if he didn't have that horrific injury. So let me know your thoughts on the potential Algeria squad to kick off the first international break in September. Thanks for watching. Remember to drop a like if you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.